Hi, this is Dave Mass for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Welcome to Ticket TV, driven by Village Motors. We're joined in the studio today by a couple of Hiland Hawks, Hiland tennis coach Tony Mullet, state qualifying senior Braxton Mullet. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Well, Braxton, first of all, just a great effort for you to play some good competition and make your way to state. Not many guys from Hiland have actually made that transition to the state tournament. How does this feel to be one of just a handful of guys that have done that?
Well, it's a great honor. I'm really proud to be able to put my name up there with all the other, or with Brad, and being able to make it to state. And it's a lot of hard work and dedication, and it's finally paid off.
You know, you really very early on this year set that goal for yourself, and you kind of had to patiently bide your time. You had a lot of lopsided matches throughout the course of this year, not a lot of competition. But when the competition did come, you were able to step up. Talk a little bit about your game and how it kind of translates and where you feel your strengths are.
Well, I think my biggest strength would probably be my serve has really gotten a lot better this year. And going back to the playing the competition throughout the season and playing better against better competition, I think it's just throughout the season I was really focusing on trying not to play down to their level and keep playing up at my level. And for the most part, I was able to do that really well. And when I played really good competition, I not only played my level, but I played above that. And I've always, I think, whenever I have really good competition, it seems like I really step up my game even more.
Now, people they might find this hard to believe, but you haven't always been the level-headed tennis player that you are this year.
No.
You have really matured from the standpoint of being able to kind of control your emotions, and that certainly has helped you a great deal, hasn't it?
Definitely, yeah. When I first started out my freshman year, I had a lot of angry moments on the court. I've learned and I've grown over the years. I've learned that you just can't let little things get to you, and the less you let the emotion show, the better off you're going to be, because then you show weakness to your opponent, and then they say, well, I got this guy, he's showing weakness. And if you don't show any weakness, then it's going to be a lot better for you in the long run.
Yeah. Now, Braxton has set a number of school records, career records from Hiland this year. Wins in a season at 25 and counting. Career wins, he is too short of the record, which is held, ironically, or maybe not, by his father, Tony. Tony, you've watched Braxton kind of mature over the years. What do you feel, has been his biggest assets in terms of how he's grown as a player?
I think the biggest difference this year is his mental game. What you were talking about. He's learned to, if a point doesn't go his way or he hits a shot that is uncharacteristic of him, he understands it's only 1 point. And even if he drops a game or two that, and he's not playing well, he finds a way to maybe change his game around a little bit. And play a different style of tennis. If he's not hitting a big forehand, he can take something off of it and until he gets that stroke back again. So he's become a smarter player.
Yeah. So you balance between a coach and a father. Is that easy to do? Is it easy to keep those things separate during a match?
It's been a challenge, and we had our awards banquet yesterday, and I told the parents that the hard thing for me as a coach and a father is the tendency is you want to sit down and you want to watch your kid play.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 4 other matches going on, and quite frankly, especially this year, I didn't see a whole lot of Braxton's matches because Braxton usually didn't have a very close match.
A lot of 20-minute matches and done.
And my other players were often, back and forth, maybe dropping a set or pretty close, and it needed me a little bit more than what Braxton needed me. So the one thing now with going to districts and on to state, it was nice at districts. I wish I would have had more players there, but it was really nice being able to sit down and be there for the entire match and watch him play. I had people that were congratulating me and said, I must have done a good job of coaching at districts, and I laughed and I said, mostly I just smiled and clapped. He didn't have a close match, at districts. I think he only lost, 4 games, 3 games.
Not including
to get to state for
Yeah.
this state qualifying match. So.
And those are kind of nice. You don't have that tension.
My stress level, if he'd have been as nervous as me at going into there, because it brought back a lot of memories. You know, when I didn't get to state.
Yeah.
I got to the match that he won in very similar fashions. I was 1 seed playing a 3 seed from our own sectional, which is exactly what happened to Braxton, who I had beat pretty handily 2 times early in the season, which is exactly what happened. I mean, the emotions that were there. You know, I went into that match hurting myself the match prior and couldn't serve. I was serving underhand, and I didn't. You know, a lot of things can happen in tennis.
Right.
But we were just talking on the way over here. Braxton said, "Well, when did you take a sigh of relief and feel good about that last match?" And I said, "And the last game when you're up 40-love with 3 match points, I finally started to breathe again." No, it was 6-0, 6-1.
Yeah.
So I knew he had things under control, but it was stressful, that match.
Well, Braxton, now that you've achieved this goal, which has always been kind of in the forefront for you, what are your expectations as you go down to state now?
Well, we talked about this a little bit. We're going in saying I'm not done yet. I've got more matches to play, and our big goal is we want to try to get to Saturday. We want to get in that Final Four. We want to be the Final Four tennis players left playing tennis in the state, and to do that would be amazing. So that's my goal.
And that certainly would be farther than any Hiland tennis player has ever gone.
Yes,
so.
definitely.
Right. Braxton, we wish you the best of luck. We'll be rooting for you, and it's been fun watching over the past 4 years just grow and develop into a tremendous tennis player. So we appreciate you coming in today.
Yep.
For HolmesCountyTicket.com, I'm Dave Bast. Thanks for joining us.